Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we will be going through and ranking some of the most memorable 2024 K-pop moments. I know there are a lot of things missing in this video, and I will be making a part 2, so please feel free to leave moments in the comments. Yeah, let's get on with the video. What a way to start the year. Everything about this is rumors. I don't think anything was confirmed, so take this all with a grain of salt. There's many stories from this event, though the one that I think is pretty much 100% true is the crowding and pushing in the audience. Though there's further claims that someone shouted about wanting Jungkook out of ZB1 and they allegedly got slapped, which is hilarious, but likely not true. There's a lot of clips of aespa and ATs calling over security and apparently their own bodyguards to get them to help in the crowd, which is wild because it's not their responsibility. It's like security can't do their own job. And then comes the poop claims. It shouldn't be so funny, but this tweet takes me out, especially this one line. Oh my gosh. Also, the account that claimed to be the person responsible saying they would pay for the laundry fee of any mess that got on people's clothes. How intense is your poop that it flies onto other people around you? Though I did hear someone said that it wasn't just someone pooped their pants, like they pulled down their pants and started just doing it there. Again, no idea how true this is, but will definitely be something hanging over the show next year. Hopefully it will be calmer and better planned. I would have gone on indefinite hiatus, left the country, dyed my hair, changed my identity, drove into the ocean, and hidden under a rock. You would not see me ever again. But this is so legendarily bad that we're putting it all the way up here.
Ooh. Well, check!
I love in the video you can kind of see her charging up to do it, and then she just produces the most iconic meme out of thin air. This is the emoification of JYP. I love that people say that he looks like Yuta, because he definitely does. This is gonna be him in 40 years. So, if you do not know the original tweet, allegedly they meant this in the sense that Taesun has a pretty face and should be in a popular, successful group like TWS, but it really came out wrong. Thankfully, we love our fandoms. This became an inside joke between us. And being in both of them, I'm like, yay, crossovers. Maybe not the way that I hoped, but it's there. It was all fun and games until I read a little further on and they said that he would replace Young Jae. Ma'am, no, you cannot do that. Why can't you just make him 7th? Why do we have to replace people? So, Taesun is still the 7th member in my eyes.
포인트 안무도 아니고 이 동작은 2초도 안 되는 구간이거든요.
You guys must hate fun. This is iconic. And honestly probably brought a lot of attention to their group. It must suck actually wearing it though, so respect to him for putting up with this. Do you know how hype this would have been live? We in that big a stadium too. Literally, what is the reason for the pre-recording? None of the other ones were pre-recorded, and both of them were right there. It's still a nice performance, but it could have been legendary. Never again, please. The time difference was so annoying. Why can't I just watch it in one go? And I don't get it, because it's Mnet Asian Music Awards? Why are we across the pond? The venue was so small, the stage was teeny. Seeing it next to the Japan venue makes it look so bad, you probably have a 10th of the crowd size there. It's just so underwhelming. It was also quite annoying that that section was so short as well. This is the most Jin thing he could have done, and I love it. In my opinion, if they were gonna call him, they had this coming for them. Though I do wish the company would do more to prevent and stop this instead of him having to take things into his own hands. It does suck that an innocent person also got their number leaked, but I think the fact that he had to worry about this being a sasaeng in the first place is messed up. It kind of shows that this is an issue and threat that he has to face regularly. So I hope he's doing better mentally now and people will leave him alone and get a life.
Moo! Moo! Moo!
The fact that this video has more views than most of their music videos, diabolical. Imagine this being your first exposure to the group. Like, I'm gonna need him to log out of the account. I cannot do this anymore, my guy. I don't even know what's going on at this point, man. I stopped caring a couple months ago. At least the press conference look was funny. I saw this picture of a calico critter dressed up like her a while ago, and I think, yes, this is what we need to do to cope in this situation.
I'm going to jail!
How do you lay, yo? How do you lay, yo? How do you lay, yo? How do you lay? Woohoo!
What bet did she lose, and why is she kind of good? Okay, so before I go through my thoughts on his re-debut, I want to make it clear that I'm neither a defender nor a hater of him. In my iceberg video talking about this topic, people were reading into both sides of this, and from my research on the situation, I don't think I can conclusively say that he's guilty or innocent of the accusations. I also don't think there's anything wrong with staying neutral in a situation like this, because there's so much conflicting details and not a whole lot of like concrete evidence and information, especially because it did not go through the court system, as it is not at that level of needing it. So I am trying to approach this subject from a more objective perspective. First off, the documentary was clearly an attempt to redeem Lucas and make the public feel bad for him. What weirds me out the most with this documentary is having his friends and coworkers say their thoughts on him. Like, at that point, it's like very clearly, like, you have a motive here. For SM to go through all the trouble of making this instead of actually defending him when it was needed is in very poor taste. The song itself, I think, is really nice. I listened to it a lot. His voice is a little rough at times, but it honestly sounds the best he's been, and I think it suits his style pretty well. And it makes sense that they're, promoting him to an international audience, having all English songs, because he really has no fan base in Korea or China anymore. But I do find it weird that they really think he would still be a moneymaker for them after all this, especially like waiting however long it was, 2 years to actually do stuff. Like, not defending this either, but they already have stuff going on with Sunghan. Why did it take them 2 years for this? As for the future of him, the debut made a little bit of noise, mainly because of the documentary and just the fact that he's back, but I really don't think moving forward his career will be very successful or long-lasting. I honestly just don't see why he's still in the company. I feel like it would make more sense if he got picked up by a smaller agency and just did something there. So a little stupid for the way SM handled things, as always. So the story is that Seon from Xikers got recognized not as himself, but as a 17 member. Who that may be, I have no idea. But instead of denying it, he felt bad and didn't want to embarrass the fans, so he played along, and I think that's so sad, but very sweet, and I feel bad for him, so we are putting him up here.
솔스테 컴백 나도 기다리고 있어. 안녕. 제시카 정씨 안녕.
Or winning the sympathy points with you? I don't give a fuck! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, so he needs to get off the internet and get help. This is clearly not a mentally stable person. I don't think the original thing...
And I would like to say rest in peace to all women. And we have failed you this week and as a country. And Donald Trump, congratulations on being the president. However, I would like to say that Beyonce had the best music video of all time. I'm so sorry. And please take a mental health day and go shopping or something.
It was all that bad. He could have just dealt with it by a quick apology and moved on. It's the replying to other comments that's where it takes this to another level. This was definitely a bold move, and yeah, they were pretty serious about it. I was quite surprised. I wish them the best. Follow their new social medias. I really hope they can continue and can achieve the same success they had previously.
Go hit that, go.
In my opinion, the response was a little exaggerated. I don't know. I didn't get into this. It's just, I don't really care.
I just wanna be part of the symphony.
I don't think it was awful, though she definitely didn't match the energy of the rest of the group, which is important to the performance as a whole. Now, though, I think there's times where she's underdancing, but there are also a lot of times where it actually looks better, and she indeed blends in with the group better. Honestly, I would hate underdancing more than overdancing, because at least it's something to look at still. So hopefully she continues with this. We should all know less about each other. No one was happy, and I love that. All around very messy. It's so wild. At the start of the year, the announcement, and then the end of the year, you're married, is a wild timeline too. I mean, they have good taste in groups, yeah? Yes, get those extra hours of sleep in.
정세비 아일랜더입니다.
Okay, I am a Sabi lover, so I was happy for this, but, like, how is this allowed? Like, that's so sketchy. Like, if you're gonna pitch the show as being like, oh, fans' choice, everything, make it fans' choice. Let the fans choose the lineup, or you pick it yourself, and make that clear. Yeah, it feels a little sketchy suddenly changing the rules so you can make the group you want. But yeah, it hurt so bad when she was saying she was sad she couldn't debut with Fuko, like, oh my gosh.
모르겠는데?
In this episode that this clip is from, June was sent to ground because no one voted for her to stay in Island. The girls came to comfort her, but she got up and left because she felt that they were like being fake because none of them voted for her. And I saw a lot of people like loved her for this and were like, yes, tell those fakes, let's like stand up for yourself, be true to yourself. And I honestly like don't really get it because like, yeah, you can only vote so many people and it sucks, but it sometimes is how it goes. Of course, the island system in itself is a whole other thing that is, I know, no, but if we're playing along with the rules, I think it would have been better if she just took it how it was and continued on, maybe use that as motivation to work harder, better herself, and focus more. But it seems she took it as like a personal thing, where it's kind of more or less about her and more about whoever the other person that the girls chose. Like, I don't think any of them were like, ew, get this girl out of here, I don't like her. This is the most talked about incident, but I definitely have more of a problem with what she did after this when she was in ground. She seems to get quite upset when things don't go her way and struggles to bounce back, which is kind of a dangerous attitude to have. Of course, it's natural to get discouraged. I don't blame her for that, but she really was a little extreme in this situation. So hopefully she has worked on that a bit. Bro was collaborating with anyone and everyone this year. Like, I feel like I've seen like 10 different collabs at every single like award show and special concert, everything. He's everywhere this year. The most iconic one though, and also the worst one, is the one with Jay. Like, you're telling me this is like one of the most legendary artists in the industry and he sounds like this. It was a joyous 2 days. War was over. My faith was restored in humanity and SM. And then it wasn't. I literally don't think riize will recover from this, at least not anytime soon. Like, their relationship with their fans is now shattered. Whenever I see them at an award show or something, they just look depressed. They look sick of everything. Yeah, I wish them the best. SM is a stinky, stinky company, and I hope Sunghan has a happy life. Away from you fools. This is like so messed up on like insane levels. Like, it's got the, I don't know what the word it is, connotation that the group or company is like failing or dying because of the incident, but then it also has the vibe of you saying that this is the physical, literal end of the life of the individual involved. / like you wish they would die, which is just real gross. You seriously work hard all week, you get your paycheck on Friday, and the first thing you think is, yeah, I'm gonna buy these things to show my support for a non-issue. Like, I would love to be in that situation where I have enough disposable income to spend my money on silly little things like this. Why can't you go like, I don't know what, like, is a financially responsible thing, invest or something? Oh, put it in your savings. Yeah, go retire. Because I think that's what you need. I love the clips where he's just behind everyone and playing it. It's pretty much that one trumpet kid meme. Me coming to the group project ready to work, but no one else has the same energy. So, Hansei from Victon said on Bubble that idols only make about $36 per music show due to the cost of everything, which is absolutely atrocious. And it's not just per person, that's per group. So you're getting like a couple dollars from all that hard work. A motivation to buy more albums, I guess? Support your faves?
I'm just trying to break. Let's just get out there. I want you.
It's good. Only not top tier because the original meme is painful. This song echoes in my nightmares. Shout out to Twas for being the first group to include a non-human member. Woo! Breaking barriers every day. As a film student, if I ever feel bad about my work, I will just watch this music video again and remember it can't be as bad as this. Because it's not just the AI that's bad. The like editing itself is bad. The freaking like opening title, whoever like made this, they probably had like 10 minutes, not even that, like 3 minutes. They're like, oh shoot, we forgot to add the company logo. Let's quickly type this up. Okay, bye. Definitely a memorable music video, but not for the right reasons. Didn't you learn? How does this happen twice?
꽁꽁 얼어붙은 한강 위로 고양이가 걸어다닙니다.
I get the inspiration for it. I get why it's a meme, but it annoys me so bad. So we're putting you down here. I am sorry.
그냥 나 거기도 좋아.
It's so wild to me that K-fans were mad that they were literally just doing a live stream in the local time of the place they were in. Like, okay, go cry about it. Like, don't send hate comments just because you missed one live stream. The fact that Mark wrote a literal essay apologizing and defending themselves, and then Haechan and Jeno also apologizing for the album not being good enough or something, I don't know, that's what I gleamed out of their messages. Absolute flop moment. These people should be embarrassed of themselves. I wasn't gonna cover this, like how I don't cover deaths in these, but I wanted to cover it just because, like, when the news first came out, it was right around a time that I got like 10 billion other bad news in my life, and I was really just like, yeah, of course this would happen. I felt I wanted to cover it because that was a big part of my year, was just the chaos that this fandom was in. And it's kind of different from someone passing away because I take them out of this to show respect for them, that they're not just a square on some girl's tier list. But this, you're less than a square on a tier list. You're a crumb. Honestly, editing this, I should have made a separate tier for him, but maybe that's best. You don't get anything special. You're just a normie. Yeah, there's not much to say about this except that, yeah, if SM kicked him out right away instead of waiting 17 million years, it seriously is bad then. So bye, girl. So I'm very aware of her other more controversial actions, but I wanted to focus on this because I just find it so wild. She said in her apology that it was a joke, quote unquote, but posting about it in this way makes me feel like it's a little more than a joke. Like, maybe started out as a joke and you generally are, because why would you add that you read it regularly? Like, no, like, you know what is the joke? The actual joke in this is her apology. Like, what is this? She did not say sorry one time about the actual problems she caused.
Bring back the Sula! Hong, hong, hong. Bring back the Sula!
Music, even painfully distorted music, eases the pain. And I love that people were singing this at protests. Like, you go, girl. First of all, wild idea in this day and age. Man could have gotten stabbed. He really fears nothing. The security better have been good. Someone did try to kiss him, so like, Aside from that, it sounds like it went well, so that's good, I guess. But it's still a bit of a peculiar idea. Even if you don't like Zico, I think you have to admit it is really nice that they have a good bond with him and are able to be comfortable with him as their CEO, and are able to have fun like this. Yeah, they absolutely devoured him. My favorite part is when they referenced the, like, One Door versus Zico thing.
형과 원도 중 하나 골라 한치 고민 없이 형 기다다.
Honestly, good for him. He made his point clear and didn't do it in a crazy way. But I don't think public figures need to reply to haters unless they're being accused of something, which I guess you could argue this is, but like he's already been over this issue before. Like, we can leave it in the past. I'd say it's more important to address those things when an accusation first comes out, but like at this point it's been like a year or something since this happened, so I don't know why. Or maybe that's just how his reputation is now. Yeah, big yikes. There were some good moments, but there was a lot of not so good moments. In this situation, the bad outweighs the good, which makes an overall disappointing performance and not a really good look when you're trying to be representing a, like, new breaking through genre to this space. A roller coaster from beginning to end. I don't think it was ever confirmed like why they were late, but definitely the continued posting on Weverse talking with their fans was an interesting decision.
Jungkook number 7!
Of the various lookalike contests, this looks like one of the more calmer ones, and I love that. And the guy who won actually has a slight resemblance to him, so it's not the worst. People are there to take pictures of her. Why are they mad that she's posing? This is yet another case of let's target some kid just because we can. She's also gotten criticized for like the way her face looks, saying she's like putting on sleepy eyes. Like, even if she was trying to exaggerate her appearance, no need to attack her for that. I don't know, man. It's just funny to me if they were like, oh man, thank God we're done with that. I hate Samsung. But it turns out it wasn't that. They didn't even have a sponsor with them. They had like a food truck, something sponsored by them, but I don't think after this blowing up, Samsung would be working with them in the future, so I guess that is a bridge burnt. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and stay tuned for part 2. Remember to leave your K-pop moments of this year down in the comments below. See you next time!